he's got a little friendship bracelet on. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is a video that I am super excited about because I ordered a package, and if there's one thing about me, I love unboxing something with you, and this is something I've been after for so long. I've been contemplating getting this for months, and I finally just did it. So we're going to be unboxing my Popflex package. If you don't know what Popflex is, essentially it is an athletics brand, and they do really cute skirts. They do lots of like sports bras, those sort of things. Today we have 3 skirts that we're going to try on together, and the reason why I wanted this so much is actually because Taylor Swift has worn one of these, and it is said to have inspired one of her lyrics. When Torture Post Department came out, obviously we had I'm Gonna Get You Back, and there is a line in it saying lilac short skirt, the one that fits me like skin. And then she released a video, I believe it was for the Fortnite challenge, wearing a purple skirt, and everyone was like, oh, that's the same skirt from the song. She also wore it in the I Could Do It With a Broken Heart music video, so while she was rehearsing for the Eras tour, and she wore a couple others from their brand as well. But when we found out that Taylor had bought from this brand, I had bought from them before, but when I bought from them, pretty much nothing was in stock because everyone obviously was after the skirt that Taylor Swift has worn. If it has ever been proven, like from Taylor Swift style or whatever, that Taylor's worn an outfit, it will sell out so unbelievably quickly. Like, you think about the red lipstick, the Elson 4 Pat McGrath lipstick, that was sold out for like 2 years because Taylor Swift wore it. But I finally got my hands on this. It's been in stock for quite a while. They did restock them. So the item that I already had was the black twirl skirt. Taylor Swift has also worn this. We've seen her wear this before in like rehearsals. So I was like, oh, I want it because Taylor's worn it. And I do really like the skirt. It's great because it's black, so it goes with everything. However, I did really want it in lavender, that particular skirt. And I also really wanted the one that Taylor Swift wore, like the really iconic one that's just like so known amongst Swifties. So I did it. Now, the reason why it took me so long to purchase this is mainly because of the price. And it's not because of the price of the skirt. Like, I don't particularly think the skirt is that expensive. However, shipping. So it is a US website. It is a US brand. Unfortunately, they don't have a UK store. You can ship it to the UK, but they don't have a UK store. So shipping was £16, which is a lot. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it's obviously not that much, but you know when you see a shipping price that high, you're like, oh, I don't want to buy that. That's really expensive. That was me, and I've been putting it off for months. Like, I decided I was going to get it like 6 months ago, and then I've just been putting it off, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And it came within a week and a half, which I don't think is too bad. I also didn't have to pay customs on it, but bear in mind, obviously, you may have to pay customs. That has happened with certain things that I've ordered for the US, so do bear that in mind that when you buy something from the US, you may have to pay customs. I don't know the full customs rules, you'll have to check, but I've bought things from Taylor Swift's online store and had to pay customs before, the US one. If you buy from the UK one and you live in the UK, you're fine, but if you buy from the US one, you may have to pay customs over a certain amount, I believe. But with this package, I was completely okay, so it was just that £16. So I'm going to show you the 3 different skirts that I bought, because obviously if I'm going to pay £16 for shipping, I'm going to buy more than one skirt. I'm going to try them on together. So this is the package. As I said, it didn't take long to come. I think it took maybe a week and a half, if that, maybe even less than a week. I can't actually remember. Did it say? Oh, so I ordered this. So I ordered this May 13th. And it came May 21st, which I think is pretty good going, especially because it has come from the US. Now, I have already opened these because I couldn't wait. I was working, so I couldn't do a video. I had to wait till the next day to do a video, but I was like, I have to look at them. I was so impatient, so I'm sorry about that. But I will show you everything that's included. So we've got 1 skirt, 2 skirts, 3 skirts, and then you also have this here. So this is their new collection. I actually really wanted the, they have this specific skirt that's really like the Taylor Swift one. I think it's the Pirouette Skirt, that's what it's called, in this new wildflower print, but they didn't have it in stock, but it is really gorgeous. So that's the new print they have. It's really nice. I like how they're putting this in, like, guys, I would have bought it if you had it in stock because it's so cute. And then they have that, but it's so nice. So yeah, maybe in a few months I'll buy that. I would love for them to have a UK, honestly, if they had a UK store, I would buy so much from them. It would be unreal. They also have this, a little sticker. They got a little dog. And look, he's got a little friendship bracelet on. That's so cute. And it says Popflex on the friendship bracelet. That's adorable. So I'm going to show you these 3 skirts now. Should we start off with the least exciting and go for most exciting? I think yes. And then obviously we'll try them on too. Let me just move this down a little bit. I feel like it was a bit like high. So this is the first one. This is the, let's have a look. I'm going to get the price up for you as well. So this is the twirl skirt, and it was £43. This is the one I did already have. So I had this skirt in the black, and I wanted it in this colour, but they didn't have it in stock in this colour because this is the same colour as the one Taylor Swift's like really known for. So they did have it in stock, so I decided to buy it. It was $43. They have it in 2 different lengths as well. So they've got it in this length, which is just the standard length. They've also then got it in a longer length as well. So if you just want it a little bit more modest. Me personally, I wanted the short one. I'm also quite short as well. So when I try these things on, for reference, I am 5'1". So I am quite short. This is what this skirt looks like. Is that the front or the back? That's the back. I probably should have showed the front. It's very similar on the front and the back though. So that's what it looks like there. And then we have the label there. So I got it in a 2XS, so XSS. And I'm usually like a UK kind of like size 4 to 6 in clothing. So that's what the label looks like. And then also the packaging says it's a vegetable. It's made out of corn. It's polylactic acid, to be exact, which is fermented plant starch and a much more sustainable alternative to plastic. And it's biodegradable in a few days up to a few months. Not bad. That's pretty good. I think with so many things nowadays, you buy them and they're still in, like, sometimes you'll buy things and they're in so much plastic. And like, even if you try reduce your plastic, the amount of like plastic bags you're using or anything like that, you can order things from a website unknowing, and then it just comes and it's just full of packaging and you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. But this is quite good because obviously it is pretty minimal packaging as well, which is nice. Next up, same thing where it's got the, what did we say? It was PLA, polylactic acid. So this is the twirl skirt, but this is the hourglass twirl skirt. So it's slightly different. So rather than just having like a straight bit at the top, it's like a V, but it just makes you look a little bit more snatched. So that's what that one looks like. You can see there just like the difference, and obviously when I try these on you'll be able to see the difference as well. This is also the twirl skirt too, so it does just have a different waist here. Also, what's great about both of these skirts is they have shorts. They're all skirts, which is fantastic for me because if I'm ever wearing a skirt I will be wearing shorts underneath it. So it's nice when they have them attached into it. So that's what the shorts look like, and as you can see there, you've also got a pocket. You've got a pocket on both sides there, and it is the same for that purple one as well. Love this. I really like the colour of this. So that first one, I got it in the lavender shade. This one, I got it in, they have lots of different colours on their website. I got it in Orchid Ice, so that's the shade that I got it in. So it was £46, Orchid Ice. I did want it in this shade, and I had this shade in my basket, but it sold out, which was really annoying in my size. I wanted it in shade Bubblegum. I think it's sold out in my size, but it's really cute. So I think if I was to purchase from them again, I very much would get that shade because it's so cute. And obviously I'm a pink girly, but they had this shade, and this was like the next one I wanted, and I did want to try this like V as well, this like V shape sort of like waist, because I have leggings with a waist like this from Aerie and I love them, so I thought it would be cute on a skirt as well. And then last but not least, and this is the Taylor Swift one. Honestly, when this came yesterday I was so unbelievably excited. It was actually a little bit embarrassing, but this is what it looks like. It is so gorgeous. It's stunning. Now there are dupes of this online. There are dupes of it online, and I was definitely tempted, but then you got to think, this is like a female-owned brand. I didn't particularly want to buy a really cheap dupe from like Shein. One, I looked at the pictures just to see how similar it was, and it didn't look the best quality. I just think you're not comparing it. And also I follow her on Instagram, the person who like Popflex, and I think this design's actually patented as well. So like technically you can't have an exact replica of this too. So I did, even though it is more expensive and I know it's not an option for everyone, it's always good to try support the original designer instead of something that rips off people's designs. But Obviously each to their own, but yeah, it's stunning. It really is. They have this in so many different colours. A lot of them were out of stock. I really wanted it in the pink as well, but that was out of stock in my size. For all of these, I have got them in the same size as well, so I've got all of them in an XXS. So I got it in extra small. Once again, I am 5'1". We will see that when I try these on, so you'll be able to see like the length on me personally, but it is a really stunning skirt. So they are the three, and we're going to go try them on now as well so you can see what they look like. So first up, we've just moved to my kitchen just so you can see the outfits a little bit better. Sorry if the sound isn't great, it's going to be a little bit echoey in here, but this is the twirl skirt just with the normal waist there. As I've said, I'm 5'1", UK kind of 4 to 6 in clothing. This is what it looks like on the front and then the back, and all of these have pockets and shorts underneath the skirt, which I think is really great. This is what the pocket looks like. It's the same on both. It is just kind of like the size of my hand so it can fit your phone in. I think it's really good, and obviously it's kind of hidden as well underneath the skirt. Now this is called the twirl skirt, and my goodness, is it called the twirl skirt for a reason. Are you seeing that? This is what they mean by twirl. Like, it's so cute. I really love this. I didn't know I was going to like this one because I already had this particular skirt in a different colour, and I definitely would be tempted to buy it in another colour as well. I think the ones I was looking at were kind of yellow. That was the next sort of colour I was going to go in for this particular skirt, but I really love this. I think the colour is absolutely gorgeous as well, and it is so comfortable, and I love the material. And then we have the crisscross hourglass one. So as you can see, it's just slightly different here. It has that V there, so it slightly crosses over, but it is still very comfortable. It feels very similar, to be completely honest. It is £3 more expensive, obviously, because it is a slightly more unique design, but it is still a twirl skirt, which means it still does this, which I love. I think that's one of the selling points. It's so cute. This is what the back looks like. Again, 5'1", so quite short, but I think this is another one where they do have longer versions of it. Really like this. This is in the, I want to say shade, but I feel like that's the wrong thing. Design, Orchid Ice, but maybe shade's the right word. I don't know, but this is in Orchid Ice. It's a little bit of a pink tint to it, but it is quite subtle. Obviously you can see the difference there between my white top though and the pink skirt, so it is slightly different. Maybe you could say kind of purple. It depends what sort of colour you're thinking of. But yeah, really like this. Really like this as well. I think it makes it more unique. I've not seen that many skirts with like a waist kind of like this. I do have leggings from Aerie that are kind of similar in terms of this waist, so I did think that I'd like it, and I knew that I like the twirl skirt length. And obviously because it's got those pockets, because it's got those shorts, it's good, because you're not gonna, you know, accidentally show anything, which is what you want. So yeah, I really like this. Really pleasantly surprised. I definitely want to get this in the bubblegum colour as well, but I think I will wait a little bit because obviously that shipping price is so much, which is so annoying. But I didn't want to buy too much at once, so fingers crossed at some point they'll have an international store, because that would be really great for someone like me who doesn't want to have to pay £16 for shipping every time, but she really loves the skirts because they're so cute. And last but by no means certainly least, we have the lilac short skirt. It is gorgeous. I love it. And obviously these things are quite long. You are tying them. Taylor Swift ties them. I will be tying them. But this is what it comes like. So don't worry about that, because obviously I'm looking at it and it's like, that looks a bit silly. But this is what it looks like. I believe it's called the pirouette skirt. And I think it's another one of them where if you want it a little bit longer, a bit more modest, you can opt for a longer option. But for me personally, the regular fits fine. It fits great, to be honest. I like the length of this on me. And because obviously it's got the shorts on it as well, it feels really good and I love it. So this sort of looks like the back, and I love this so much. I think it's so cute. I can't believe I waited so long to get this, but it is so unbelievably perfect for summer. Also, this would be so good for Disneyland. When I was looking on Popflex's Instagram, I was going on their like tagged pictures to kind of see what it looked like on other people, because obviously even though they show models of all shapes and sizes, sometimes they're models, you know, things are going to look different on you. So I wanted to see what it looked like on people who post it on Instagram, because I think that's a really good way to judge what an outfit actually looks like. And they all looked amazing, and everyone who was posting, and so many of them were in Disneyland, and I was like, I can really see myself wearing this in Disneyland. I really can. I really love this. I'm so unbelievably happy with it. I cannot believe I waited this long to get it. As I said, all of these I got in the same size of the 2XS, and it fits me perfectly as someone who is a size kind of 4 to 6 in UK clothing. I think it is really cute. But yeah, love it in the comments. Do you like any of these? Have you ever bought anything from Popflex? Yes, obviously the £16 shipping was a lot. I recognise that, but it is coming from the US. I hope in the future, if they do well enough, they can branch more out into an international market. Fingers crossed. I would absolutely love that, because I would love to buy more of these things without that £16 shipping. I definitely wouldn't have waited as long if it wasn't for that, but I also completely understand why it's so much. You're literally like flying it across the ocean, like the Atlantic Ocean, so I get it, but I would really love for them to have an international, proper international store at some point, and maybe some pop-ups in London would be really fun. But I really like this. I think it's super, super cute. Hope you liked this video. It's been a little bit of a different one. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what other sorts of videos you would like to see, and as always, have a great day.